A lot of people think it looks like porridge or wheat pix or something like that, but it's not. But actually, unless you're a vegetarian, there is nothing in here that we wouldn't eat ourselves. We'd like it cooked up a little bit more, but other than that, it's all good. Based on prime quality low-fat mincemeat, then we add olive oil, raw eggs, glucodon or glucose powder, farrix, baby porridge, unprocessed bran, vitamin E powder and calcium powder. Make it up into like a patty, and then just before we feed it out, you mix it up with a bit of water so it's sloppy and gooey, and in a couple of seconds you'll see why it's good to have it sloppy and gooey. There you go, Bristles. Bristles. Good girl. Come on, Spike. There you go. Now I'll pick Spikey boy up in a little minute.
Spikey boy.
Yeah.
Oh, look how they use it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Easy, just put that. All right.
Wow.
Echidna is quite an amazing feature. Firstly, as most of you have already noticed, it is very long.
I'm watching it on here.
In fact, their tongues are 1/3 of their total body length. And they've come across some deceased old timers and they've done research autopsies on those guys, and they've had tongues of 14 and 17 centimetres in length.
Wow.
So you're talking about half a metre's worth of echidna there. That's all right. You guys get a bit of a look. Alrighty. Not only is it very long, it's also very, very flexible and supple. They seem to be able... Spike, you can't stand in it. Nope. They seem to be able to bend and twist and flick it in just about every direction all at once. It's also very quick. When an echidna is in a full-on feeding frenzy, they can actually flick that tongue in and out at more than 100 times a minute. So they really pack the food away. Don't touch the food. Okay, when you look closely though, you'll notice the spike. Well, no, it's not. It has a very big mouth So to make sure that the food gets into their mouth, their tongues are also coated with a sticky sort of glue-like substance, okay? So the food hits the tongue, sticks to it and back inside the mouth. While we've got Spike up here, that's Spike's ear opening on the side of the head there. Okay? Now, echidnas have got extremely good hearing. That little slit there. Okay, very, very good hearing, echidnas. That's why they're really hard to sneak up on. Because they can hear you coming. However, when you've only got tiny little eyes like these guys have, you don't get to see too much. They've only got tiny, beady little eyes. So shape and movement is about all that echidnas get to see. But that's about all they need to see. Okay, they don't rely on their eyesight except to make sure they don't bump into things. They don't need their eyesight to locate their food source, because on the end of their beak, and that's what this thing here is, it is a beak. That's bone. It's just an extension of the skull, exactly the same as on a bird, therefore it's a beak. On the end of echidna's beaks, they have these things called electroreceptors. Now, gee, they love it. Every living creature, whether you're the smallest little insect, the biggest whale, all of us here, while we're alive, we're putting out electrical impulses. If you have electroreceptors, you can pick up those electrical impulses. And that's what echidnas use to locate their food source. Out in the wild, about half the termite mounds you come across are actually no one's home. The termites have exhausted the food supply, moved on, building a new mound. Echidnas don't waste time digging a hole in the side of a mound to find out whether there are termites there or not. They go up to a mound, they hold their beak in front of it, give it a bit of a wiggle wobble. If they get those electrical impulses, they know that the termites are in the mound. Then they'll use their big powerful claws and they'll dig a hole in the side of the mound. Then they jam the beak in, and that's where that awesome tongue comes into play. Flicks in and out along the termite tunnels. no impulses coming out of those termite mounds, they don't bother digging. Okay, they don't need to do exploratory digs because they can tell whether there's something in there or not. Okie dokie, I'm going to pick Priscilla up because Spike's just about finished his. And once Spike finishes his, he tries to pinch some of Priscilla's. So we'll pick Priscilla up.
So what do they eat in the wild then? Just ants?
Termites and ants are their favourites. They also eat earthworms, beetle larvae and a wide variety of little bugs and grubs that live under the soil. So if you ever see one of these guys either out in the wild or in your yard and they're waddling along and all of a sudden they jam that beak into the ground, you can bet the house that there's something under there. They don't just jam their beak in to have a look to see if there's something there because, as I said, those electroreceptors, they let them know exactly where the bug is under the soil. Yeah, 100% accuracy. Handy little gizmo. Okay, for those of you that are interested, you can give Priscilla a little pat. I will ask though, please people, not around the head. They are extremely head shy and they don't like it, okay? Like that is a good way to pat. You can go the other way if you like, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Are you having a pat? You're going to have a pat over here.
Jessie, can you both squeeze in with you? And then the man will bring it around.
Okay. Alrighty, I've just had an interesting question. Do echidnas hibernate? The short answer is no. No Australian animal or reptile hibernates. Not even snakes. Technically they go into what's known as a torpor. We don't have cold enough winters for any animals to hibernate. A true hibernation is you shut down your whole body rhythms and you hide away for the entire duration of winter. Closest we get are torpors. What happens then is they slow their body rhythms down a little bit and they will go and hide out, but it might be for a week, then they'll come out, have a bit of food, then they might go into hiding again for say 2 weeks, then they'll come out, have a little bit more food. So yeah, they don't do that complete shutdown. Well done. It's actually quite a pleasant feeling, really.
Ready? You going to pat?
Do you want a little pat? No, that's alright. That's alright. They can look a bit prickly.
Oh, yeah. I've never touched it before.
Did you have a pat too?